To Crypto in the Park, episode 5, Logan Paul. Today, myself and Brogan are going to take a look at Logan Paul. Who is he, first of all? Secondly, we're going to look at what happened, what the history is of Logan Paul with crypto. Then we're going to look at what CoffeeZilla has had to say about him. Then we're going to look at where we are today, what Logan Paul's been up to with regards to his crypto projects. And then finally, we're going to give you our conclusion. But before we do any of this, what do they need to do, Brogan?
Like, subscribe, turn notifications on, and yeah, enjoy. Right, should we go and sit down and have a chat about Logan Paul? Absolutely.
So now we're sitting down, let's have a chat about Logan Paul. I'll tell you what I know of him so far. I know that he's got a brother called Jake, and I know that they fight people like KSI. They fought one of the Fury brothers, but that is about it. So can you do me and everybody a favour and tell me where they started, how they came to be famous, that kind of thing?
So Logan Paul, he's mainly known for his YouTube career, YouTube videos. He's done about 700 of them, about 24 over the channels he has, and over his main channel, he's got 24 million subscribers.
Wow, okay.
So he's been around the block in terms of YouTube. Probably more so now, lately, co-founder of Prime, the drink with KSI.
The coconut drink that they're always going around plugging.
Yes, everyone's drinking. It's a big craze. The price went up a bunch, everyone was reselling it. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. What kind of videos did he make? When he started out, is he a documentary? Is it games? What kind of videos does he make?
Well, it was a daily vlog. And he did it for about like 500, 600 days, something like that.
Okay.
I think that maybe 500 days, he said. In one of his videos, it was like a milestone. He just daily vlog every single day, just put vlog out, which is, respect the dedication, and he's obviously made it from it. But it was just daily vlogs.
Daily vlogs, okay. And moving on then, so now we know who he is, and he's got a brother that fights.
Yeah.
That's about as much as I know.
Right, okay.
So we move on now. Let's go through the story of the crypto project that's brought a lot of controversy to him. And that is the project called
CryptoZoo.
CryptoZoo.
Yes. An absolutely brilliant, ingenious idea of combining animals, stock photo animals from Adobe, wherever, Shutterstock. Just nab these photos, combine them together in Photoshop, and call that NFT projects. And now he's got millions. CryptoZoo was a complete failed. Well, depending on what side of the coin you're on, if you're Logan Paul or not, a failed NFT project. It was supposed to be a game.
Did it start as eggs?
Yes. So you bought eggs. Hatch. Yes, you minted these NFT eggs. You held them, and then they became animals, and you got these animals, and then you could breed these animals and make like an elephant and a butterfly, for example.
Right. Okay.
So these ridiculous things, which was actually one of the projects I had to do in my year 9 ICT in Photoshop, was combining animals. So he's done it to make a few quid. So.
What we'll do then is we'll put a couple of these crazy animals into the video now, so you can see what kind of animals they were. So, do you know how much he made out of this? Because I know there was about 3 or 4 of them in the team. Yeah. And they made a few $1 million out of it.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of them was about 2 million. 1 million was brought up a lot. I think that's probably what he took out of it. Yeah. Well, one of the guys who kind of got into crypto, to do his crypto project, I believe he's called Crypto King. Yeah. He. Logan Paul did all this wishy-washy, trying to hide the fact that he was involved mainly with it, even though he didn't advertise it. He was saying that he started it, and he did. Yeah. Crypto King, and to point it out, CoffeeZilla, brilliant YouTuber, brilliant expose video, big documentary about it. He routed all these wallet addresses all the way back, because everything on the blockchain, everything's routable. Yeah. And I think the majority got stolen, I suppose, by Crypto King. But I think Logan Paul, it was 2 million. He said, because he said in a podcast that he would be returning this money, which I don't believe he has.
So as well as the NFT project, there is one other thing I want to look at before we get on to talk about CoffeeZilla, and that is there was a coin associated with this project. So can you tell the viewers a little bit about the coin? Yep. So
Zoo, being the token, which was carried along with this whole project, was where you'd use it to hatch the eggs. I believe you can. I think he mentioned all these things. Like there's gonna be a game, you could stake it, which I don't think any of this really ever came out. Yeah. But this this coin, it was a typical pump and dump. You'll see it on the screen now. You'll show the graph. Yeah, it's just clear to see. It now currently has a total market cap of $1.7 million, and it's just completely useless. I think it's dropped like 99.9%.
It has. It's gone down 99% exactly. So Logan Paul, he's got an NFT project.
Yep.
He's got his buddies in on board with this.
Yep.
And that's, I think, where CoffeeZilla comes on board. So CoffeeZilla smells a rat, and he's contacted by a couple of people involved in the project, isn't he?
Yep.
And then he starts to investigate this. What does he find out?
Well, he found out that there's a lot of inside trading in this. He asked two people within the team, people who actually wanted to make a good project with, content creators. I believe one was a programmer and one was, I think, someone who was in the actual group chat with Crypto King and Logan Paul himself, where he was able to get screenshots of DMs, where it just clearly showed Crypto King, which I believe was kind of like the Trojan horse in this all, who kind of pushed to do all this insider trading. I'm not saying that I'm trying to remove the tarnishing of Logan Paul or anything, but he was the one who was saying, okay, sell at this price, and he was kind of, promising, like, okay, guys, if we do this project, we'll be able to get this much money and do all this. So he was kind of like...
CoffeeZilla had all of these screenshots of all the chats, didn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. And, outside of speaking to the programmer and person who's in the group chat, he was able to find the tools online to, go through the blockchain, look at the transactions, and route all the wallets back to the typical wallets. Because everything on the blockchain, as we know, is recorded and stored. So he was able to easily. It was just a matter of time before he found out they all linked back to the original wallet, which was, it's CoffeeZilla.
And when this came out, CoffeeZilla overnight gained 2 million subscribers on YouTube.
This is his breakout video.
This was his breakout video. Because from what my memory of CoffeeZilla was somebody that would go away and he would investigate celebrities to do with crypto a lot of the time, or to do with like online marketing and things like that. So this was CoffeeZilla's breakout move.
Yeah.
Now, what was the reaction of Logan Paul when CoffeeZilla came out and said this?
I think, it's like the 5 stages of grief. His first initial was like, if I ignore it, maybe it won't do anything. Because, at the time, he obviously gained like 2 million subscribers or something like that. I think he was at 300k when the video came out. So, he wasn't a big dog. So Logan Paul's like, if we just keep this quiet, might go under the rug, by accident, you never know, maybe the penny might fall between the sofa. But no. After that, he was like, okay, this is very bad. But he left it a bit too long, I think. He did make a video when he was in his podcast studio with one of his co-hosts, talking about he's going to return the $2 million and do all these things and try and help everyone, because people lost like some of their livelihoods from this.
But the controversy was that Logan Paul was going to pay them back based on the prices they were today, not on the prices of when they bought them.
Absolutely, yeah. He was still trying. He's just slimy. He's a very slimy guy. And what was very sad to see was, CoffeeZilla interviewed some people who were affected by this.
Yeah.
And there's some people in countries where they have their main currencies, valued less than the dollar. So this money meant even more to them.
Massively.
And they bought it for their kids, their family, and they put so much money into it because they believed, Logan Paul, this is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And they lost it all.
And the problem was they invested in this project because of Logan Paul.
Exactly.
They bought into the project based on his name, based on his reputation.
Yeah.
And then CoffeeZilla comes along and says, well, hang on a minute, you've scammed everybody out of all of their cash. It's down 99%. The project never really went live properly either, did it?
No, never. It was under maintenance the entire time. So now we kind of get to today, and we've had the CoffeeZilla expose. We've had Logan Paul say he's going to return the money. What's happened up until today with regards to this? Nothing really. I mean, one of the big, things which played into this, which painted Logan Paul as a terrible guy, was, CoffeeZilla was able to get into the Discord and have, where the private chats were with people who held NFTs.
Yeah. And
you can just see how he was just deflecting everything, and he hardly messaged, and he was just saying, it's coming soon. Nothing ever came.
Yeah.
Until this day, I don't believe anyone's really ever been paid back, given their money back from what they've invested tons of into this project, which is just a complete scam.
Yeah.
And I just believe everyone's been ripped off, but he's still famous, he's still got all this money, and Prime's still going.
He certainly has. I mean, CoffeeZilla famously called this Logan Paul's biggest scam.
Yeah.
That's what he called it. And up until probably a month ago, Logan Paul is still promising to pay back the $2 million. He's still promising that they're close to a resolution, and still nothing's transpired.
No.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to go for a little walk, and then we're going to give our conclusions on what we think about this and what we think the impact of this is going to have on crypto in the short and long term. So now we know the story of Logan Paul, we know the story of CoffeeZilla, we know the story of CryptoZoo and the coin, and up until today this still hasn't been resolved. So in your opinion, I've got really 3 questions. What do you think about Logan Paul for doing this? Do you think this was naivety? This was planned? Number 2, what do you think, what effect do you think this has on crypto in terms of retail? What do people think about this? Are they going to see this and think badly of crypto? And then finally, what do you think the long-term effect of this is going to have on crypto?
Well, the first question, how does this make Logan Paul look? Well, I mean, I feel like he was slightly, not to, rub his, make him shine again and make him, not like a dirty person. But he was coaxed into this by Crypto King. Yeah. And Crypto King used his online persona and his online image to pull this whole thing off. Yeah. Not saying he didn't know what he was doing. Yeah. But at the same time, I don't believe he would have done something like this. But his character is still attacked, and it still says a lot about him that he went through with this, and he hasn't done anything to this day to try and fix it. Yeah. And what long-term effect do you think this is going to have on crypto? Long-term, I don't think this is going to do much other than the trust which other people have maybe getting into crypto. This isn't going to ruin Bitcoin's market. This isn't going to, blow it up. But it's going to lose some people who might get into it, like new people, like the audience of Logan Paul. People who are growing up now and might be looking into these sorts of things. Yeah. Well, they're going to be looking at this situation and go, look how easy it is. Logan Paul, he's not the smartest. He's smart. He's made all these companies, done all this stuff, but he's not the smartest. Box. So it's the fact that he can do this, he can pull it off. Obviously not by himself, but it does say a lot about what can be done if in the wrong hands when you make your online image so big and you make a big NFT project. Absolutely. What do you think about this whole situation? What do you think about Logan Paul going through with this? Do you think he's a bad person? I don't think Logan Paul's a bad person. I don't think he understood crypto when he got into it. I don't think he understood tokenomics. Don't think he understood NFTs. I thought it was just going to be a quick cash grab. It's backfired on him. Long term, I think it will damage his reputation slightly. I don't think it's going to be a major thing in the future. I think he's done more things in the past, and he will do more things in the future. We had the forest. We had the forest. I'll say no more. And in terms of crypto, I remember the days where people were being scammed left, right and centre in crypto. In 5 years' time, nobody will remember this. There are bigger things that have happened. The only people that have really suffered in this instance have been the poor people that have bought the NFTs in the first place or bought Zoo, the token. But apart from those people, I think everybody outside of it isn't really going to be affected. And it's one of those things, because it's Logan Paul, it's headline news. Whereas had this happened in another project without maybe such a big celebrity, nobody would probably know the name of the token, because these things go on every day. The pump and dump schemes that we've seen, especially where you have fake tokens. We've mentioned, what was the name of that show on Netflix? Squid Game. Yeah. Squid Game token. That was a pump and dump. Yeah. The coin had no association. So the biggest takeaway for anybody watching this is, do not buy anything to do with crypto based on a celebrity. It doesn't matter if it's The Rock, it doesn't matter if it's Logan Paul, don't do it. However, what you should do is press that beautiful red button below on your screen, the subscribe button. If it's grey, then don't have to listen to this. But do click that subscribe button, press the bell to make sure you listen to every video, you get all the notifications on your phone, and just carry on watching our videos. That's it. Yeah. That's it from me. Thanks for watching. And stay tuned for episode 6 of Crypto in the Park, which will be coming out in the next few days. Yep. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.